the tyres alive and put all the pressure at the right point on Verstappen, on Red Bull, and Max is left to fight for fastest lap, which he's got a great chance of doing, because that's a fast one there.
I was saying earlier on that AlphaTauri are having a horrible weekend. Well, I tell you what, Pierre Gasly's just pulled off a brilliant move on Lance Stroll to get back into the points. So well done to Gasly, currently into 10th place. They've had a tough time. Things haven't really been going their way, but he has pushed himself back into 10th place, and he's chasing after Esteban Ocon. I think the gap's too big to actually get on terms with him before the end of the race. But well done to Gasly for getting into that 10th. It looks like neither of the Aston Martins is going to finish in the top 10.
Ocon's also on a one-stop and is horribly slow at the moment. 5 seconds slower than Gasly on the last lap. Is that Ocon just struggling, or was he getting out of the way very generously of the race leader? We'll see what he does this time around. But if he is that slow, then, well, like Alonso really, they're on the same strategy. Alonso was going backwards quickly. Then Gasly might even have more. And remember, he had a 5-second penalty for not starting in the right place. He had a slow pit stop when he pitted the second time, and he's back in for a point. It's a good salvage from a tricky weekend.
Yeah, impressive from Pierre Gasly, I have to say. Meanwhile, Sergio Perez, the man who's got his old seat at Red Bull, he's currently running in 5th place. But Lewis Hamilton is our race leader. The interval between Hamilton and Verstappen being shown as 19 seconds. And of course, that isn't totally relevant, because Verstappen has made an extra pit stop to make sure of getting fastest lap. So we're not going to see the kind of closeness that we saw early on in this race. But another tremendous performance, there's no doubt about it, by Lewis Hamilton, by the entire team. And they have got this fight on their hands year long, I think, with Red Bull and with Max Verstappen.
And they are the two standout performers, aren't they? Just solidly. Bottas is a very good driver, but he's not on the same level as Hamilton. And he's had the same amount of pit stops as Hamilton now, and he's 30 seconds away from his teammate. Lewis is obviously absolutely top line, but so is Verstappen, and the two of them going wheel to wheel is a thrill to watch this whole season long.
A bit of a lock-up from Max Verstappen, even though he's on these pretty fresh tyres. He just locked the left front. You can see he's obviously pushing on still, although he's not setting fastest sector times at the moment.
Bottas does fastest first sector on this lap, fastest of the race so far, so Bottas is not done in the battle for fastest lap.
Yeah, we've really got a battle still going on for fastest lap. Is anyone go quicker than Max's current 118.1? We shall wait and see, but we're on to the final lap. Lewis Hamilton has just started the final lap with a very healthy advantage of some 17 seconds now, due to that extra pit stop for Max Verstappen. Bottas is in 3rd place.
And wind is picking up. Looks headwind into one.
Carlos Sainz only a second behind Ricciardo. That's still pretty close, to be fair. Norris is in 8th place. Looks like McLaren are on for another double point score this weekend. 9th place for Esteban Ocon, but he's not that far ahead of Pierre Gasly. And as you mentioned, Jolyon, he is struggling a little bit at this stage, Ocon, so that could still change.
Yeah, he's just awfully slow. It is just terrible pace for Ocon. Gasly now 3 seconds away. That was 12 seconds just a couple of laps ago. Is 5 seconds a lap quicker, and that's going to be a final lap move, maybe a final few corners move for Gasly, if he possibly can.
But Lewis Hamilton is utterly in control as he comes into the last third of the lap. Just a few more corners to go. Hamilton started from his 100th ever pole position, but he lost at the start, and we really thought this was a huge opportunity for Max Verstappen to take victory. But Hamilton pushed and pushed and pushed all the way through this race. Great strategy from the team as well. Lewis Hamilton wins the Spanish Grand Prix. He takes his 3rd win in 4 races so far this year. His 98th ever victory. He's getting towards the 100 of race wins as well, and he matches the record of race wins here in Spain that Michael Schumacher had of 6 victories. Max Verstappen crosses the line in 2nd place. Still has fastest lap at the moment, unless Bottas is putting together a particularly special lap as he comes across the line. Nope, Max Verstappen finishes 2nd, gets the extra point for fastest lap. Bottas finishes in 3rd place. Charles Leclerc is going to finish in 4th. Sergio Perez in 5th place. Still a battle going on between Ocon and Gasly over the line, but Ocon just fended off Gasly. So Perez 5th, Ricciardo 6th, Sainz 7th, Norris in 8th place, Ocon held on to 9th, and Gasly finished in 10th place. But it is Lewis Hamilton who's taken Mercedes' 7th win here. All victories since 2014 except 2016 when Max Verstappen won. We thought Max might win today, but in the end, Lewis had the measure of the Red Bull team.
Get in there, Lewis. What a great drive, man. You made that strategy work beautifully.
Lewis, it's James. Well done, mate. Impressive drive.
Thanks, James. Great job with the strategy. Definitely have to work for it, but that was great. Absolutely great. Well done.
Yeah, Lewis, perfect combination. Great strategy and bold and great driving. Congratulations.
Congrats, Toto. And to you.
Another super performance all round there today.
He's a strategist's dream, because so often whatever they do, he'll make it work. That's the thing. Undercut in Bahrain, it was so bold from Mercedes. They pitted so early and then went to the end, but the driver made it work.
Get in there, Lewis. What a great drive, man. You made that strategy work beautifully.
Lewis, it's James. Well done, mate. Impressive drive.
Thanks, James. Great job with the strategy. Definitely have to work for it, but that was great. Absolutely great. Well done.
Yeah, Lewis, perfect combination. Great strategy and bold and great driving. Congratulations.
Congrats, Toto. And to you.
It's impossible to keep them behind.
That was a good effort, Max. Yeah, I don't know what else we could have done there, but good effort.
Jenny, this is the 4th race in a row now that we've seen these two go wheel to wheel. Every race we've had so far, 4 Grand Prix, they have gone side by side, racing against each other, twice in this race. It's fantastic.
To all the men and women in this team, man, you guys just continue to impress me. And look what we keep